Okay, I wanted to make a quick video to show you how to go through the process of changing those FFcal files each week. Now remember, this needs to be done every Sunday, preferably before the market opens, because it's just easier to do it before the market is moving. Now, remember, if you're running your MetaTrader account on a VPS, you have to change the FFcal file on the VPS server. Okay, if you're running your MetaTrader account on your local computer, then you change the FFcal files on your local computer. Okay, so the first thing you do is you go in and you open a File Explorer window. Okay, and I'm going to put this window over here on the right hand side of the screen, and then I'm going to open the Downloads folder. Okay, now if you already have an FF calendar file from last week, you delete it. That's the first step in this process, because you don't want to have any FFcal files in this downloads folder, because if you already have one and then we install another one, it's going to mess with the file names and it won't work. You will get error messages every time the EA tries to make a trade. Okay, the next step is to open an Internet Explorer window. Okay, Internet Explorer. This is your File Explorer window. This is your Internet Explorer window. And what you do is you just start, if you've already saved the Fair Economy website, all you have to do is start typing in the word fair, and the website pulls up because you had it saved in your favorites, and then you click enter. If you don't have it saved, just pause the video and read the address right up here and type that in. Okay, so what I do with this is I pull it over and I have it on this side of the monitor. Okay, now the thing is, all you have to do is right click anywhere in this white space and do a save as right here. What it's going to do, it's going to generate the name that it wants to give the file, and then you make sure that you are downloading it into your downloads folder. So you go to your downloads folder, it says downloads folder, and then we're just going to click the save button. We're not going to change the name or anything like that. Now when that happens, you see that the FF calendar file opened over here in the downloads folder. So once that happens, we're done with this internet window. We can close it, so it's gone. Okay, now you go to your MetaTrader and you open your data folder. Now what I do is I like to put the data folder on the other side of the monitor, right? Because we need to be able to see both of these two windows at the same time. Okay, but when I have it over here, double click on MQL4, double click on the files folder. If you still have data from the previous week, delete it, and usually you'll see a long list of data in there. Delete everything that's in this window. Okay, then you come over to this side and we grab the one that is in our downloads folder on the computer. You right click on it, you copy it, you come over here, you paste it into this side, okay, and then you're done. So what you do is you close this window, and then you close your MetaTrader. Remember, every time we make a change to MetaTrader, to make that change effective, we have to close the MetaTrader window and reopen it. This would be the same process if you were using your VPS. Okay, you close it on the VPS and reopen it. And then once we reopen it, you are good to go for the week. And that's how easy it is. Now, what I do typically when I'm finished with the FFcal file in my downloads on Sunday, I generally go ahead and delete that file right now. That way I don't have to worry about checking to double check and make sure I don't have one in next week, okay, when I'm ready to go again. And so I close that window, you're good to go. That's all there is to it. Okay, hope this helps. For those of you who just watched the previous portion of this video and are wondering, what is she talking about? What we're talking about is the Magic EA. The Magic EA is an EA that I developed. It's actually based on a strategy, a trading strategy, that I developed over 25 years ago that has been consistently profitable during that time. Through all the crazy things that have happened in the Forex market in the last 25 years, the strategy has never failed. Okay, now the reason is because I'm a mathematician, okay, and I developed essentially a series of algorithms that tell me when the Forex market moves are ready to retrace. Okay, and what we're doing with the Magic EA is we're profiting off of those retracements. This is not a trend trading strategy, but by the same token, it's not a counter trend trading strategy. It's simply trying to capture profit from the small retracements that happen in the market when the prices are at a point where they need to have some kind of retracement. And it doesn't really matter if that retracement is just a little correction in a trend move or if it's a situation where the market is reversing, okay, to start a new trend the opposite direction. And that's why it's so effective. Now, the Magic EA, you can find information about it on my website, which is mindyyost.com, MINDYYOST.com, and you might have to actually type in www in front of that, or whatever, but if you look around on the internet, you will find me sooner or later. Okay, so anyway, my website gives you lots of information about Forex trading in general and about the Magic EA. It also tells you about courses if you don't know anything about Forex trading and really want to learn. I have all different kinds of classes that you can buy, which are all available on demand now. And so you can take the course in your own sweet time and go through it as slowly or as often as you want to. You can re-watch the videos over and over. I also have workshops where you can learn a little bit about opening an account with a foreign broker, how to money manage a Forex account, how to hedge, how to scalp, all those things. You can find all kinds of information on my website. But right up top is the information about the Magic EA. Okay, but one thing I want to show you, which I thought was pretty amazing, when we're talking about the trading from this past week, if we go to the account history, what we see is that if we scroll down, we have a long list of trades that opened and closed last week. But by the end of last week, the EA had produced $4,321 of profit on an account that started with a $10,000 balance. Okay, that's over 40% in a week. Now I'm going to tell you flat out, that is very unusual. Last week was one of the biggest weeks the EA has ever had, as far as just producing tons of profit. Now when we look at the open positions, we do see that there are still some trades that were left over from last week. Okay, and I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of what's going on here, but what I can tell you is the whole point of the EA is that we never close trades for a losing, for losing money. We only close trades for profits, and the EA is designed to do that. What it does is it finds the trades that it wants to take. It takes the trades when they're profitable, it adds a profit stop on them, or, so the trade will close either on a stop, which is profitable, not negative, or a profit target that's preset in the EA. And if the trade goes bad, then the trade hedges, okay? And then we have a situation called a quick fixer, which corrects the hedge. But anyway, long story short, it's too much information to get into right now. But if you would like information on the Magic EA, I think this is a really good time to consider buying the Magic EA. As you know, the world economy is going to go to crap very soon, especially if you live in the United States. We are really looking at a situation that could turn into not just high inflation, but hyperinflation within the next few years. And the way to protect yourself is to start investing in something that can kind of keep you in pace with the inflation that's coming. Now, typically, the Magic EA over the course of the last 4 or 5 years has averaged somewhere between 200 and 700% annual growth in the accounts. Of course, everything is dependent on how the markets move. But the more crazy the world economy becomes, the more volatility we will have in the Forex markets. And the EA does best with high volatility. Unlike any other investment issue that I know of, rarely do you find anything where high volatility is a good thing. But the way the Magic EA trades, it's based on trading high volatility, and the higher the volatility, the better, the more money it makes, which is evident, again, if we look at just last week's trading history. Okay, so anyway, what we see, if we look at the comments, we have original trades, we have hedges and quick fixers, we have series trades. Everything that EA does, it tells you what it's doing in the comments, so you always know what you've got in the account. But by the end of the week, the account was up, and if we look over here, it tells you how much actual profit was built this past week, and it was $4,321 off of a balance of $10,000. Okay, 40% 1 week. That's not going to happen every week, but it is not unusual to see anywhere from a 5% to a 20% increase on any given week. That's not uncommon at all. 40%, very unusual. But the crazier the markets become, the more weeks we're going to have like this, where the EA just does phenomenally well, because high volatility is what it's all about. So anyway, all I'm saying is, if you're not familiar with the Magic EA, this might be the time to get to know me and get to know the Magic EA a little better. You can start that process by going to mindyyost.com. Okay, if you have questions about the EA that are not answered in the website, just email me. If you click on this link right here, right up pretty close to the top of my home page, you can click this link and send an email directly to me. If you want to type in an email address, my email address is mindyyost@kc.rr.com, and that also is right up here, top line, in my homepage on my website. So anyway, thank you for listening. I hope that we meet soon. Give me a call, give me an email. I answer every email. And so, anyway, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye for now.